Party. Hey YouTube, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is day 29 of the 29-day love challenge. Let me tell y'all, to get in here today, I had all the problems in the world. And it's crazy because I never had issues with Wi-Fi until today. Okay, so we just going let's just move on, and thank you all for your patience. Those of you who are waiting in the backstage, I have my friends here celebrating. I'm sure many came and left because it's getting late, and I know it's a weekday, so I'm not gonna hold you guys too long. We're just gonna celebrate. We're gonna have a good time. I'm just gonna put this in the center. Okay, I'm doing this on my phone today, so it's gonna look a little. It might look a little crazy, but just you know what I'm saying. Just bear with your girl. Just bear with me. All right. Let me see who's in here. Welcome, welcome, y'all. This is supposed to be. There we go. Carmen is here. Hey. I think you're on mute. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. When I tell you I
Good
had
evening.
issues. Say it again.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm so sorry. Today, out of all days, I had my Wi-Fi is acting crazy.
That's how it is.
I'm like, out of all days, it's never like that. But anyways, I'm grateful to be here. Thank you for joining me for the last day.
Absolutely grateful to be here.
Yes. Oh, hold on. It's loading. What did you say? It went in
I
and
said
out.
I'm grateful to be here. I'm tired, but I'm up.
I know. I appreciate you, y'all. It's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock on a weekday. I appreciate you, Carmen, so so much. You don't even understand.
Absolutely. Anything for
So,
you, my sister.
I appreciate you so much, so much. Okay, so today is the last day of the love challenge, and I really wanted to kind of recap the month and then ask you guys some questions, maybe play a little games, give you a little cash app winning. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I'm not gonna hold you guys too long, but I want to come on here and just acknowledge the month we've had and
Yes.
the recap of this month. This month has been a challenge. I feel like I've learned a lot about love. I came in here not knowing what this month would look like, but God definitely came through and took over. So I'm super grateful. I'm super grateful for just, when you do something enough times and you're committed to it, it's just something to be proud of. I came in
Absolutely.
every day. Yes, thank you. Carmen knows because Carmen is consistent. When I tell y'all the emails be coming in right when you need them, they
Listen.
come in right when you need them. The videos, right when you need them, right when you need them. It's so good. Um, and it
Yeah.
creates a good rapport with people. Every time they see that Carmen is posting something or sharing something, you know it's going to be something good for you. You know it's going to
Right.
uplift you. You know it's
Right.
going to encourage you. And I think I'm just in the season now where I actually have something good to pour out into other people.
You
And
always did.
I always did, but it was from a cup was the cup was a little empty. The cup was a little,
Yes. Yes.
you
You're
know what I'm saying?
pouring
I
from a
had to
full cup.
Yeah, I had to reverse and get the things in priority, like God, my relationship with God, my health, you know what I mean, and things like that. And now it just feels natural. It makes sense. It makes
Yeah.
sense. So, okay, as we recap the month, so we started off the month. We did What did we do? We did, first of all, Bible studies. I never thought I would be doing that, but
I
well, we
love
can't
that.
talk about love and not talk about God. And His word is love. So we did that. We did makeup Mondays. Y'all know I do makeup thing, glam, which was a lot of fun. We did a giveaway for two people who won. You guys definitely have to connect with me when the challenge is over, which is tonight. We had Carmen, who was lovely enough to come on, and what was the name of the session we did?
Oh, man.
I don't remember,
You're
but
going
it
to
was
ask me
good.
that on February 29th at 8 o'clock at night?
We did it earlier in the month, but when I tell y'all need to go back to that and watch it,
It
rewatch it,
was
because
good.
Carmen was dropping gems. She was in LA at that time, so it was
Yes.
beginning of February. It definitely was the beginning.
Yes. That was a good live.
Yes,
That
it
was a
was.
good
It was.
live.
I'm gonna definitely. So my goal, because it's only me, I didn't get a chance to like recap, edit the videos, and like share them.
It's a lot of
So
work.
it's a lot. It's a lot. I was, yeah, yeah. What I will say is, since you're here with us, what would you think is one takeaway you got, even if outside of, because you had a busy month too. You was in the Museum of Science, which is a big deal, y'all.
Ooh,
The
man.
Museum of Science, and her family came deep.
Whole fam. Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it. This month was,
It
I
was
feel
a
like
blessing.
it was. It was. It seems like you had a lot of celebrations, a
It
lot
was
of wins.
just, you
What's
know
your
what?
biggest takeaway? from this
Let me
month?
tell you something. My biggest takeaway this month was I'm sorry, let me open my eyes. I'm sitting here sleeping. Like, let me tell y'all something.
Listen, we.
Let me tell y'all something. My biggest takeaway was discovered in prayer. This
Mm.
as I was praying to God. One, I recently left my job,
Come
and
on.
and
New
that
season.
was
That's what it. New season. New
and
season.
listen, the season, and it was a scary leap, but God
Mm.
told me to do it, and I was afraid of what would happen if I didn't listen, and so I had
Mm.
to do it. I did it with uncertainty, but He also reminded me that He's never left me without, and ever since
Ooh.
I have left my job, my life has been fruitful on every front.
Ooh.
So
Wait, can you say that? Can you say that again for the
for
people
the
in the
people in
back?
the back, ever since I did what God, I'm not even gonna say just since I left my job, ever since I did what God asked me to do,
Mm.
ever
Mm.
since I've shown up in obedience, I have
Mm.
been blessed fruitfully in abundance on every front, on every side.
Mm.
And for that, my belief is strong. However, I will give just this testimony in
Yeah.
prayer. I said to God, Lord, I'm asking for renewed faith.
Mm.
Right? I'm
Mm.
asking for renewed faith because I'm human. I'm not God. And so sometimes my faith can waver. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's so easy when you're having a moment of uncertainty or things are not going well for you in a moment, you tend to forget all the things that went well, all the things that
Oh,
God did.
ooh,
You know what
ooh,
I'm saying?
ooh. That is
All
so
the
good.
all the blessings He's already provided. So I'm asking for renewed faith. And He reminded me in prayer that all you need is faith as small as a mustard seed.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
so I said, well, I definitely have faith as small as a mustard seed. And I said, oh, God, look at all I've done with my little faith.
Mm.
Imagine
What you
what I
can
will
do.
do with big
Mm.
faith.
Yes.
And that was my revelation and prayer is that with little faith, this month has been the most beautiful, fulfilling,
Yeah.
abundant month.
Yeah.
I have felt love on
Mm-hmm.
every front from my friends, Keisha,
Mm.
Carmen, to my family. Like
Yeah.
everyone has just been there to support me in
Yes.
everything and in every way. Calls are coming in. I'm getting calls for
Come
interviews
on.
that,
Come
and I'm
on.
just like,
Come
wow.
on.
So my
Woo.
biggest takeaway for this month is all you need is faith as small as a mustard seed.
Yeah. And you know what's so crazy? Even to add to that, I've gotten a chance to see your overflow this month. Like
Man,
she's invited me to some of the accolades, y'all. I was just there and I
my
just could
girl gonna be
see.
invited to everything.
But I could see the love that she was receiving. And it's not always about like even being on the receiving end. Sometimes it's just good to watch. It's good to be able to watch and see your friends win, to be in a position where their lives, not only are their lives changing, but the people around them.
Yep. And that's the biggest part, sis, is that I don't need my friends to give me anything. Just having my friends there as a support is great. But what I believe that I give is inspiration.
Oh, you
And
do.
you know,
Yes.
I want to be that. Like if even if I don't have anything monetary to give you, or there's something that I want to be an example of what happens when you believe
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
yourself
You
and what's
are. You
possible for
are.
your life, and that's what I pray that I can be in the lives of many, but especially the children.
Hmm.
I told my family, please make sure my little girls are there. Please make sure my kids are there. My
Mm.
granddaughter
You
was
did
there.
tell me to bring my niece to the place.
Yes,
I didn't.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like everything I want little girls to see Black women doing amazing things. Like,
Yeah.
and not just amazing women on TV like Oprah and these people, amazing women that's right next door to them, right in their backyard, that they have access to. Like Keisha can call me and say, Carmen, my niece want to talk to you, or put her on the phone. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? They need to know that they have women that are right, that are
There.
accessible to them,
Mhm.
that are doing great things.
Yeah, that's so
And that's
important.
what I want.
That's so good. Listen, you've been doing it. Look, I'm getting goosebumps.
Thank
This
you, my
month
sister.
has truly been just amazing month. I do feel like it's just setting the tone for how our 2024 is about to be.
Woo!
I literally was writing the caption today. I was just doing like a recap. I was like, wow, I did a lot. I was getting
Yo.
every weekend I
And it's
had something.
only February.
That's what I was saying. I said February is good. March got to be better. March got to just knowing who my father is and the way it gets better. It
It's
gets
gonna be
better. I'm telling
grand.
y'all. And you know what? This year I will say that I'm usually like this big planner. I do all these things, and I honestly I didn't plan. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. I know
Just
God was telling
moving
me
with
to,
the spirit.
right, and He told me to do this challenge and to continue just to be consistent. Just show up. Don't worry about the rest of the stuff. And that's another thing I want to add to what you were saying is like you have everything you need right now to do
Everything.
what you're supposed to be doing. I was
Everything.
thinking in my mind, like, how am I gonna get the people? Then after that, create, hey, I'm here in the chat. Oh, let me add you, girl. I don't see you. Oh, you're here in the chat. But I sent you the link, right? Marquita, if you want to join us, I sent you the link. I think I sent you the link to join the stream. But thank you for being here. Listen, Marquita is another example of God just like blessing me with people. Like I said,
Yeah.
I didn't know how I was going to do the stream. I didn't know what platform. I didn't know who was going to join. Y'all, I literally just kept hitting up my friends like, look, you're amazing. Can you come up on? Let me
Yo,
let me reel you in. Last minute, right? And they came and they really showed up and showed out. Marquita also, she's a mother, okay, and we're on two different time zones. So she came in and just she's a CEO of On Purpose Journals, and she just came in and gave us journal prompts and encouraged us to like really believe what you're asking for. Stop putting limits on God and what He can do in your life.
that's right.
Getting
Right.
Dallas. Okay, that's fine, Marquita. We know you. We know you a mother, girl. You getting Dallas ready for bed. Look, she getting her son ready for bed, but she's too.
I'm gonna tuck my baby in just before we got started.
Yeah. So it's so important. I think it's really important. S is here. It's really important just to show up and just do the things. Don't get so caught up in what you have, where you are. Is it enough? Who will be there? Who's gonna? That stuff don't matter.
It
That
don't
stuff don't
matter.
matter. You
Ugh.
got to show up. Look, S is in here. I think S is in here too. Oh,
You
I
just
think
gotta. That's it. You just gotta show up
you
for what
just
you
have to
have been
show up.
called to do.
Yeah, that's what. If you guys got anything from this month, is
Show
move
up.
by faith. Show up, mustard seed of faith. You don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. You're human, so you can kind of like question God at times, but you gotta be obedient. You gotta still like walk towards it. Ask the questions while you walking.
That's it. I tell people just like our children when they be like, "What? Listen,
Why? Why do I have to wear this? Why do I
yeah,
have to
just
go
do what I
here?
ask you to do.
It
You
don't. It
can
don't. Go
you can
ahead. Go ahead.
question. No, yeah, I was agreeing with you. You can question. Just you can question. You can be uncertain. You can be scared. Just do what I ask you to do, please.
Yeah,
That's
and
what God said.
do it with joy. Life is listen. Life is beautiful, even with your challenges, even with whatever you're facing. It is a beautiful experience. You get to um, have problems and find solutions. That's a privilege. There's some
Yep,
people who didn't make it to do the month of February.
damn
So
right.
just enjoy the journey. Find great people, amazing people. Try things, fail at them, continue to do it again. You know, get community.
Yeah,
Take God with you because that's the best thing you could do. Because if He lead you, you can't lose. You can't lose. I'm
and
thinking about.
learn yourself. Learn yourself. Continue on that self discovery journey of learning who you are and what you're capable of, learning your strengths, learning your areas for growth. Be vulnerable and
Mhm.
saying that I need help. I need to be closer to God. If you got a sister who's closer to God, ask her to help you with your walk. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, you got to take off those masks and that armor that
Yeah.
really hold us back from shining in our purpose, shining our light in the world, you know?
Yeah, that's so good. That's so good. Removing the mask is really important. Like, one thing I would say, even with Carmen, is like, showing up how you want people to receive you. That's another thing too. I was in
Yeah.
a season, and I always talk about this. Naya's here. Hey, Naya. I'm sorry I was late. Hey, welcome. But I was in a season when Carmen was doing this. This was in February. I know. I'm sorry. End of
La-
2023. She was doing an event, and I really felt like, what am I doing right now, God? What are you doing in my life? Like, I just feel so confused. I feel lost. I feel weak. I feel abandoned, all this stuff. And I felt heavily that I was supposed to serve. Just show up and serve her, support her,
and she
share
did
her
that.
event. And sometimes it's not always about what can I get from it, it's what can you give. And when I tell y'all, her event strengthened me, oh my goodness, it was like a light. It lit a fire up under me, and I was like, wow, you know that I get to call her friend. Not only that, but I also got to indulge in that experience that she put her blood, sweat, and tears in.
I, and all my money.
Oh.
Don't forget about the money.
Listen, Carmen, the money gonna come back around, okay?
Yes, it
The
will.
money always look. The money move. The money gonna come back
Always.
around. It's gonna
Always.
come back. Oh man. Okay, Carmen, Naya. This is Carmen.
Hi,
Naya.
Naya.
Yes, Naya is my sis from New Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm my college roommate, the only person to live with me, I think, outside of my friend group. Like, she actually like lived with me, so she knows the real. She knows the real. She's seen me at my worst and at my best, and she's still here. So that got to tell you something. She's still
That's
here.
friendship.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Friendship is when
definitely,
they stick around.
for sure. Naya, do you want to share something that you got from the month of February? What's something that this month was a lot. I feel like it was a lot going on, but I feel like it was overall it was a good month. What's something that you obtained from even doing this challenge? I would say outside of this challenge, and then you could talk about this challenge too, because you have been you and S have been speakers like coming on consistently, and I've been hitting y'all last minute in the DMs like, hey, can you come on? Hey, can we do it today? And it's been amazing. It's been a vibe. So go ahead and share.
February this month.
Yes.
Month has been it's been a good month. I wouldn't say month went by fast. I would say that for sure. Um,
Yes.
this month has I would just say this. I've learned this month just through my own personal experience not to lean on my own understanding. Oh my goodness. That has been a big thing for me this month. I'm very into like trying to figure things out and make sense of everything. And this month has been telling me a lot. Do not lean on your own understanding. And
Yeah.
I've been listening because I feel like I've been trying to lean on my own understanding, trying to figure things out on my own, trying to reason with things on my own. And I've come to the realization that's not what God wants for me. He wants me to follow him and lean on him and give it to him versus trying to figure it out on my own. So I think
Hmm.
that has been I guess a theme for this month for me, just to let go and let God, because I ain't got the answers.
Yes.
I ain't got the answers.
We can't hear you, Keisha. You in,
No,
Lord.
she had it on mute.
It didn't mean she took it off. We still couldn't hear her. Hey, y'all. She'll be back. Now I'm over here trying to stay awake.
Are
Okay.
y'all here? We here? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you back.
Okay. When I tell y'all, the devil don't want today to happen, but it's happening. We finished it off strong, okay?
Yes.
I don't know if you spoke about, but I heard you say. I know you said not leaning on your own understanding. And before you got here, we were just talking about that. Like this challenge, I know God was putting it on my heart to do it, but for me, it was just like, who's going to help me? Where am I going to get the people to speak? Where's the time? I'm like, every day, what am I supposed to say? What are the words I'm supposed to say? And I felt like God was just telling me, stop trying to lean on what you can do and who you know, and just lean on me. And every day, I'm telling you, every day I came on here, I didn't know. I'm like, okay, so Bible study. I feel like God was leading me to just share what I was already doing my devotional early in the morning. So I'm like, okay, Bible study. S and you are someone I already talk to all the time, and we have those conversations where we can talk about life, and it feels like we don't have to put up a facade. We just talking, and God ends up being in the conversation. It ends up flowing. So I'm like, okay, let me get them on here. And then Carmen, Coach Carmen, let me tell you something. Every time Carmen speaks at speaking engagements, she just rips my edges. I don't got no edges after she speaks. So to have her come up on here, and then Marquita, someone who I met via Clubhouse during the pandemic. I didn't know this girl at all. Just met her social media, and we just kicked it off. We did a giveaway for a whole month. We did a podcast. I mean, she lit a flame under me. I was like, dang, we could do all this and not know each other like in real
I
person in
love
real
it.
life. And just even having just people come up. Martine, I don't know if you're here, girl, but you've been every single day. Martine has been here every single day, and she just been in the comments riding with me. It just be me and her, but we acting like it's 100 people in here. Like I
That's what you're
appreciate
supposed to
everybody.
do.
Yeah, that's honestly what it is. That's honestly what it is. So, did you say anything about the challenge that you learned or gained from doing the challenge and joining the challenge as a speaker?
The challenge was for me it's very therapeutic. For me it was very enlightening also
Mm,
because a few times we had either the people in the chat or S or like the other day when we had a couple of other people on there, even on Instagram Live. Like we just got a lot of input from a lot of different people, a lot of different perspectives, the male perspective versus the female perspective.
mm-hmm.
And it was very therapeutic because I feel like conversations that we had are conversations that are needed. Like conversations that
Yep.
we having we're not are not conversations that we see on social media. Like these are the conversations that need to go viral. Like these are the
Mm-hmm.
this is the type of dialogue that needs to be posted on the shade room. Like not all the toxic stuff that we are used to seeing and he don't make this and she ain't doing this and he ain't got no money. Like, we're talking about real life. We're talking about reality. We're talking about love and
Yep.
we're talking about God is love and what
Yep.
love looks like and breaking down the layers of what the word love means.
Mhm.
So I feel like it was very therapeutic and very enlightening all at the time. And like I said, these are necessary conversations. These are necessary topics that you're speaking about to peers. Like some of the people we was talking to yesterday, I didn't. There was another girl on here. I didn't know who the girl was,
Right, I didn't know her either.
but I appreciated her point of view. Like it was like she played devil's advocate a lot, or she didn't just agree with something that somebody
Right.
said. It was just like
Mhm.
I would say something, and she'll be like, "I disagree." However, and then she would go into what she believes, and it's just like I can appreciate different perspectives because my way ain't the right way.
Yep.
Mhm.
Right.
And the thing is, when you hear other people's perspectives, it's just like, hmm, like okay, I can see that, I can see that, and just being open, having an open mind,
Yeah.
receive information that people are saying or receive different perspectives because we're all human. Everybody reads things differently. Everybody digests things differently. Everybody receives things differently.
Yeah.
My way ain't, it's not like it's my way or the highway. It's everybody. So it was good. It was therapeutic. It was enlightening. It was just a joy to be a part of a conversation like that.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. Yeah. Carmen, I think you already answered the question with the challenge. Yeah, you did answer.
Yeah. We talked. Yep.
We did. I wanted to just say about that, like how you said it was therapeutic. That to me it makes my heart melt because I do know that we don't have a lot of safe spaces
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't think about that, but like, can you think of safe spaces that you have? A lot of the time people spend is at work. That's 8 hours out of your day. Some people are coming home and they ain't got the space. They don't got there's a lot going on. Then, you gotta, I don't know what you got. If you have a business, then you got to show up in that business. And of course you're showing up in the business as yourself, but there's another side to you, right?
Yep.
There's a different side to you. So just finding spaces, even if like you and I, you're a wife, there's so many layers, right, that we have. And
Come
being
on,
able to
wife.
have yeah, she show the ice, Naya. She was giving that, oh yeah, that's the ice right there. That is the ice indeed. Yeah. Yeah, Naya, you better show your man. Okay, look. But yeah, I think there's so much value in safe spaces, and I
Your
think we
phone
take
is
them.
really acting crazy.
You can't hear me?
It's
You sound
choppy.
like you in a helicopter.
This is crazy. I'm telling y'all, I don't know what else.
It just started happening because it wasn't doing that all the time you was talking.
All right. Y'all can hear me now? Is it still choppy?
Come out and come do what you did a little while
Yeah.
ago. Come
All
out.
right, let's do that.
Is she on her phone and not her laptop?
Yeah, because it wasn't working.
Hmm.
Phone was acting up tonight. I mean, I think her internet was acting up bad, so she couldn't get in on the
How I'm doing? How I'm looking?
much better, baby.
I don't know. I'm not gonna give it the energy. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, so look. All right. What's one thing? So we already talked about things that we got from February and where we've been this month and how we're walking by faith and not by sight. How we're using a mustard seed of faith. We're not leaning on our own understanding. So given what you got from February, what do you hope to see in March? What do you hope to see in March? I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah. What do you hope to see in March?
Well, for me, I hope that now I'm giving everything to God, that I see the, what flourishes from that. I see what, not relying on myself and saying, you know what, God, take it. I trust you with it. I'll see you do with it. Watch it
Yeah.
flourish, because like I said, I ain't gain nothing from overthinking nothing. I don't gain nothing from stressing about nothing. I don't gain nothing from trying to put the pieces together. I don't gain anything from any of that.
Yeah.
Just to fall on the same, just to be stuck at the same point, So I feel like for the next month, me making that transition to say, you know what, God, it's on you now. I
Yeah.
I let go. I let God. It's on you now. And I guess to see what that looks like, and see how much progression I get from that.
Yep.
That's good. So the fruit, I feel like we just talked about that too. Everything is in alignment. I think we just talked about the fruit. I think we just
Mm-hmm.
talked about that
Yep.
part. So that's really good. I love that. I love that. And I know that just because you spoke it and the way our Father works and we're made in his image, when you speak it, it's gonna come to pass.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Carmen.
I would say, the way this month went, what I'm looking for is even more deeper, meaningful, transformational relationships
Mm.
as we step into Women's History Month.
Okay.
Come
And
on. Come
right,
on.
and I'm already, have things lined up for events that I'm speaking at, or
Yes,
um
speaker. Yes,
yeah,
speaker. She's also
oh,
speaking at Harvard this weekend. Yeah, that's
yes I
Harvard.
am.
That's Harvard. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Harvard we talking about. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what she's speaking at. Sorry.
yeah.
Okay.
Looking forward to that.
Yes.
Too. And that's already starting the month off right. You know what I'm saying? So
Come
what
on.
I am looking to do is cast a wider net,
Hmm.
right? And my prayer is that everything that is caught in that net is for me. Because sometimes we catch stuff and
Mm.
we got to throw it back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes you catch some fish, you got to throw them back. So my prayer is that everything that is caught in this net, whether it's, a friendship, a new friendship, whether it's a partnership, whether it's someone reaching out to me for a speaking, because I think everything that I've prayed for, I'm getting, and I'm getting it in so much abundance. And now I'm at a place where, damn, I might have to turn down some stuff. You know what I mean? So,
Okay, book the
so it's
50.
like blessing that everything that is caught, everything that comes in, that those relationships are relationships that I'm able to manage effectively, and that I'm
Mm.
able to really support and receive and give in a way that is going to make this year so much more, because it's only month 2 and it's abundant. But we also, abundance for me is not just in what we're receiving as far as these feelings, right? And these connections. We need money, honey. So my prayer, is that God will bless us with the fruit, right?
Okay.
Of all of this work that we are putting outside, that God will bless us with monetary fruit, right? Because the reality is, with monetary fruit, we're going to be able to do so much more and cover so many more women and even men with ministry. We can't do it broke. So, when we having these events, when we out here trying to do stuff, we need funding behind us. We need money behind us, and we need to have ways that we can bring those resources in along with the people. But we got to be able to. We got to eat good, because we need lobsters, right? So we got to
Steak.
eat good, right? But we also want to make even greater impact. We want to
Mm.
make even greater impact. We want to have rooms that don't just have 30 men and women in it. We want to have rooms with 1,000 people in it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because that's the amount of people that need to hear our message, that needs to hear what we're pouring out into the world. So yeah, we're serving at small levels right now, but with the funds, we can serve at great levels and have even greater impact in this world. You feel me? And so that's what I'm praying for as we step into this new month, that we have the money mindset, that we have the money resources, that we have the
Mhm.
money spirit, we have
Come
all the
on.
money things on our side. And I'm done.
I receive.
Money fall on you.
I
Sorry.
receive.
Okay. Yeah, that was good. Look, you ain't got that else, you sure? Because that was mic drop. That was good. Yes, we received that.
Need
We
it.
received that. If you're watching this, receive it. Receive it in the comments, okay?
Listen, don't be afraid, because you know what? We have been taught to be poor.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? We have been taught, even unfortunately, in our faith and in our faith homes, in our spiritual homes, we have been
Mm-hmm.
taught, be humble. Don't money
Don't
is
do too
evil.
much.
Yeah, money is not evil. Money pay my bills.
That's
There's nothing evil
a
about this money.
resource. It's a
Okay,
resource.
this money put food on my table. Ain't nothing evil about my money, right? It's evil people that make money evil, but we're not evil people. So anything that God blesses us with, we will turn it around and multiply it and feed the masses in many ways. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And so we got to be bold with our ask. I ask God, bless this bank account, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Father God.
Yeah. Period. And it's important too, as we're praying for more, ask God to give you the wisdom.
That's
The
it.
Bible talks about that. You want
Yes.
wisdom to know what to do with the money so it can
Yes.
grow, so it can
That's right.
multiply, so it can stretch. That's another thing I'm asking for in the season. There's a scripture in the Bible that talks about, like, if you need wisdom, ask God. He will give it to you freely,
Yes.
without regret, without grudge. You know how sometimes somebody give you something and you can tell they regret giving it to you. No, he's trying to give it to you. He's telling you, ask me, I got you.
But
Right?
you also know that in the walk, the wisdom is provided, because when we do what God says, first of all, I already asked you to do something. Just do what I asked you to do, and everything else you need will be given, right?
Exactly.
And so every time we take a step, just for example, you didn't know how you was gonna do this, how you was gonna do this every day, but you just said, "I'm gonna take the step." You took the step, and then you developed all this knowledge and wisdom about how to put this thing together, how to make it stream here. You didn't have that knowledge before, but
Right.
because you took the step, that God asked you to take, He blessed you with everything you need, including the wisdom.
Yeah, that's so true. That is so true. I literally just said that in the beginning of this stream. I'm like, I don't know who won't come on here and speak. And
Okay.
it's not to say that I haven't done something like this before and invited people. It was just the
Yeah.
time frame. I said, God, you're
Yes.
telling me
No,
to do
I
this
get that.
now.
Yes.
How? And it
All
was
of
just
it.
like, just do what I'm telling you to do.
Just do what I asked you to do. Stop asking me all these daggone questions. Do it.
And guess what? We here, day 29. We made it. Okay, we made it. We made it. So while y'all were saying, I'm gonna say mine too, and then we're gonna go. We always end the stream with the verse of the day. That's what we tried to end the stream every day with the verse of the day. I think some days I missed it.
All right, good, because y'all know I'm about to fall asleep.
Yeah. But we're not gonna stay on long, y'all, because listen, tomorrow's March 1st. I want to wake up refreshed, revived. Your girls wake up watching Love Is Blind. I need to get my life together. Okay. The people are not paying my bills, and also I need to be able to sleep so I can work out. Okay, I have my workout.
Yes, honey, I'm getting up to get that workout in.
Okay, so this is how we start in March 1st. Okay, but let me just read y'all this verse, the verses that supported what you and Naya was both saying. So when Naya said, I'm going to read this verse, Proverbs 3, verse 5 through 8. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. I'm sorry, y'all. Did y'all want to check it out and read it too?
No, go ahead. Okay. I'm just writing it down.
Proverbs 3, verse 5 and 8. This is so crazy, Naya. This is literally what you said verbatim. I don't know if you... Okay, let me just go read it. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Naya, I can't make this up. Do not... Okay, let me... I get excited. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me read. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. This will bring health to your... Oh, didn't you say something about healing? This will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. Period.
Just listen.
That's good.
That's me right there.
That's nice. That needs to be what... Look, that is good. That's everything you have said. That's everything you have said literally in the word of God. So this means it's truth, and it means you can take it and run with it. You can take it and run with it. Habakkuk, I think it's Habakkuk 2, verse 2. It's like, write the vision, make it plain. But people don't read the verse after that. It says, take this vision and run with it. And his word is vision. His word is vision for your life, for your future, for your marriage, whatever you need. He can give you vision for that. Let me read the next verse that goes in what Carmen said. It's Amos. This is the next one. I don't know where Amos is at. Hold on. Okay, Amos 9, 13 through 15. I'm going to read the Message version, the hood version, because that's what this is going to be juicy, okay? And then Message, let's see. Where is it? Y'all bear with me. Here we go. Yes, indeed. It won't be long now. God's decree. Things are going to happen so fast, your head will swim. One thing fast on the heel of another. You won't be able to keep up. Let's just pause for a second. This ain't somebody saying this. God said God's decree. So
what that was Amos 9.
Amos 9:13. I want to tell y'all something. Earlier in the stream, Martine was here for this. We talked about the king's decree and what that means. We don't really understand that because we in America, so we have presidents. But when the king did a decree, that was final. There was no way of changing it. If anybody went against the king's decree, their head was cut off. They were executed. They were thrown in prison. These things are like, your life was basically ruined. It wasn't even a conversation. If the king said today is green day because the sky is green, but the sky wasn't green and you spoke against it, then you're dead.
Yeah.
In the same way, when God speaks something over your life or speaks something to you, if you see something going on in your life that don't look like what he decreed or what he said about you, you need to go back to your father and say, God, what's happening? Because your word says, I'm blessed.
Yep.
But what I'm seeing right now is not the reality of it, God. What is going on? Show me mercy. You got to come to God knowing that you're his child. This is
Yeah.
his word, it's not your own. And it's crazy because Carmen said this was like she was speaking it, but didn't realize this was
Yeah.
the word. Let me finish. I'm sorry. I got excited. Okay. Yes, indeed. It won't be long now. God's decree. Things are going to happen so fast, your head will swim. One thing fast on the heel of another. Child, you won't be able to keep up. Everything will be happening at once. And everywhere you look, blessings. Blessings like wine pouring off the mountain and hills. I'll make everything right again for my people, Israel. You need to put your name in there. I'll make everything right for my people, my daughter, Keisha. Okay. I'll make everything right for my daughter, Naya. I'll make everything right for my daughter, Carmen. Whoever else is in the chat, put your name in it. God will make everything right. Okay.
Listen. I mean, when you said when the king made a decree and you went against it, you died. So you think about when God makes a decree, when God tells you what he wants you to do, when you go against
Mhm.
it, you start to experience that internal warfare. And
Yep.
every time you go against what God is asking you to do, a part of you dies. Your
Mm.
spirit, your spirit is dying, your soul is dying, you feel stressed, you feel depressed, you feel anxious, you feel overwhelmed, you feel that is parts of you dying every time you choose to go against. Every time I think about, especially women who are in those relationships that are killing them softly,
Ooh.
killing them
Ooh.
slowly. And the reason why you're feeling what you're feeling, because that's not what God wants for you, right? Even when you're in those jobs, I was in my job losing my hair. My hair was falling out. I was getting hives on my skin. I was struggling with anxiety and depression. That's because God said, I done told you to leave. You don't listen. I told you to leave. And I was not ever going to be happy there. You'll never be happy in the job, happy in the relationship, happy in the home, happy in anything that God doesn't want for you. And the longer you stay there, you're killing parts of yourself. Period.
Listen, Carmen, were you here yesterday and you just didn't tell me? Did you?
No.
We talked about this yesterday. This is why
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about alignment. We literally were talking about the story of Adam and Eve
Mm.
and how how God prepared for Adam. It says the heavens and earth in the beginning of chapter 2, it was created. So what does
Yep.
that mean? It was already prepared.
It
God
was already
already
done.
formed a space for him
It was already done.
and gave him a job. He didn't have, God could have just named all the animals when he created them. He ain't Adam, he just kind of was like, okay, you're on earth, let me use you kind of thing. And
Yep.
Adam had a job. But before Adam, while Adam was in the garden, it says in what is this? Verse 16, it said, the Lord commanded the man, you are free. I circled that when I saw that part because I'm like, oh, you're
We were
telling,
born free. We were
thank
born
you.
free.
Thank you. Thank you. So, S is here. Hey, S. Okay, so the chapter says in sorry, I got distracted. You are free to eat of any tree in the garden, right? And then God tells Adam, but this you can't do. There's
Mm-hmm.
boundaries, right? And we talked about how parents, they have these boundaries for their kids, and when you're a kid in the moment, you're like, oh, I hate my mom, I hate my dad,
Mm-hmm.
they don't get me, they don't understand me. But as you get older, you have an appreciation for your parents because you realize, dang, they
Yep.
really, they already
They-
did life. They already had experiences, right? Our parents are limited, but God is not. So God already knows what's going to happen when you do this thing.
That's
So
right.
he's trying, the reason he's telling you not to
Trying to
protect
protect
you,
you. Mm-hmm.
to protect you. And in those moments, we think the devil like plants a seed, like basically telling you, like, you know what? If you start to really focus on God, if you really tap in, your life is going to be boring. You're not
Oh
going to be
my
able to do
God.
things. And it's when I tell you guys it's a lie, it's a lie. He's a liar. And the only thing he can do is make suggestions. They lost and ate the fruit because of a suggestion he told them. Well, who told you
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't eat the apple on the tree? What happened? Who told you that? No one.
Yep.
And then the thing is, they already knew who told them. They knew who
Yep.
told them because he's the same person who created them, right? So you know who God has called you to be. You know
You
that
know
you're
it.
above and not beneath. You
You know
know
it.
you're a child of God. But then when circumstances happen, life doesn't look like how we pictured it to be. We let these questions of who do you think you are? You can't show up for this. You can't be in a healthy relationship. You can't have friends that aren't envious or jealous of you. You can't have money in your bank. Your parents are poor. Your grandparents are poor. It's generational. Who you think you are to break it? These are lies. These are just suggestions. And what happens when you fall into that trap? Look what God said to Adam. For when you eat from it, you will certainly die.
Yep.
Adam didn't die when he ate it. Physically, he was still here, right? They had their
Spirit died.
journey.
His
But there was
spirit
a
died.
death. There was a spiritual death that took place.
It was a spiritual death.
And Carmen, you saying that is so crazy because yesterday we just talked about this. I promise you, I kid you not, I can't do this, and I can't memorize the Bible, child. I was in this verse. We were just in this chapter yesterday.
Yep. It's a
So
spiritual death. It's very true. But
yeah,
also remembering that the devil gonna do his job just like everybody else. Right? If God wanted the devil to be deceased, killed, murdered, he would be. But God needs the devil to test you. Right? The devil is here to do his job. It's a test of your faith. It's a test of your will. It's a test of your strength. And every time, and here's the thing, you won't always win. Why? Because you're human. Because you're human. What matters is that you win more often than you fail. You pass more often than you don't. Right? Because that's how you build your strength, your muscle, right? Every time you do what God asks you to do, is like lifting weights and strengthening your faith, but also strengthening your connection with your Father. He knows you're not going to always walk in the right direction, but it's those moments that you do that makes him proud. So make him proud. I tell my kids don't always make me proud. Them kids is crazy. Them kids is crazy. But I never stop loving them any less, right? And what matters is, you know what? They could be doing all types of craziness, but they make me proud more often than they don't.
yeah,
And for that, I'm just happy to call them mine. You understand what I'm saying? And
yeah,
so it's understanding that everything you go through is just a test. It's all a test. Who are you going to be? Are you going to trust God? Are you going to trust and believe in what He told you? Are you going to lean, like we said earlier, into your own understanding? Are you going to lean on your problems? Are you going to rely on your past failures? Are you going to rely on the trauma to tell you who you are, despite what God is trying to tell you and show you?
yeah, yeah. That's so good. Look, Victor, you can't. I think I read that in Joyce Meyer's book. It's like you can't be a victim and a victor.
No, you cannot.
You
They
gotta
don't live
choose.
together.
You gotta choose one. You
That's it.
gotta choose one. And when you when you choose to be a victor, things that happen, you see they're happening, but you just have it's like a laughter, like
Yeah.
like, do you know who my God is? Like
I ain't worried about that.
right. Like this is nothing. This is a small thing for my God to do.
I ain't worried.
Let's
All right, Keisha, it's 9:00.
Listen, all right, we go.
Sorry, I gotta go.
Listen, it's okay, Carmen. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. We're gonna wrap things up. I just had to do the verse for the day. The last thing I wanted to do was say what I want to take away from my what I want to see for March. I feel like it was tied to what you guys said, and I just lost my train of thought.
That's okay, baby.
March. So for March, I think it's definitely tied to both of y'all things. I feel like this month has been a month of, again, just showing up with what you have. What you have is enough, right? So for me in March, it's going to be about the fruit of a thing, but also standing in the position of my faith can't be moved.
That's right.
I have to stand on my faith in God. It's no more, oh, okay, God told me I'm a shy away. Like believing what God has told me and then also sharing it with boldness, with confidence, despite how crazy it may sound, because some of these things I feel like I might be a little crazy, but it's supposed to be like that. It's not, otherwise it's not a vision, right? Otherwise it'd just be a plan that Keisha can do to satisfy my own needs and my own ego and stuff like that.
Yep.
But I know for me in March is to see, declare, and also just receive whatever God is telling me. And a lot of the things is not going to be in my own strength. And I want to give y'all this last final chapter, this verse that goes with what I'm saying right now. And this is actually what we started the challenge with. So full circle, what's it called? 2 Chronicles 20 or 17. It's 2 Chronicles 20 or 7. I think it's 17. I think it's 17. So 2 Chronicles 17. You could read verse 20. Y'all could read this on your own. What does it say? What does it say? Okay, it is actually 20. I'm sorry, y'all. It's 20. Okay, it's 20. When y'all get time, read the story of this guy, Jehoshaphat. But basically, this is the verse I want to read. I'm about to find it. All right, this is the verse. 2 Chronicles 20, verse 15. It says, "Do not be afraid or discouraged because of this vast army, for the battle is not yours, but God's." Jehoshaphat is about to go into a war that he didn't sign up for. These people are coming up against him, right? But right now, he's getting a word from God. Don't be afraid. Don't be discouraged because of what's before you. So I feel like God is just reassuring me. He might be reassuring you too. Don't be afraid of what you're about to see, the enemy that's before you, okay? No matter what it looks like. I know the doctor's report, the bank accounts at negative, the repossess, whatever it is, don't pay attention to it, but don't be afraid of it. Don't allow it to discourage your faith, right? Because of this vast army, for the battle is not yours, but God. Certain battles, you have to know it's not going to be in your strength. You have to know that. You can't be all, do all, think you can conquer the world. Humble yourself, okay? Humble yourself, slow down, and let God do it. Who doesn't want somebody to fight their battles for them? I don't know about y'all, but I am leaning back, leaning on the Lord, okay? So tomorrow, so for you, it might be tomorrow, it might be next week, it might be middle of March, okay? Tomorrow, march down against them. Just roll with me, y'all. They will be climbing up by the pass of Ziz, and you will find them at the end of Gorge in the desert of Jeru. So God will give you insight. Sometimes you're driving, God's like, take this left. You feel something telling you to take this left. You're like, why? No, stop asking to take the left, because it could be protecting you from an accident. You don't know. Just trust God. Trust what he's telling you, right? So in this moment, he's telling them, I'm almost done, y'all. You will not have to fight this battle. So this is God again, reassuring them. You will not have to fight this battle. Take your position, stand firm, and see the deliverance the Lord will give you. And then it says Judah and Jerusalem. I'm going to say the Lord will give you Keisha, Carmen, Naya, Merkita, whoever else on here. Go out to face them tomorrow, and the Lord will be with you. All that to say, if y'all continue to read that story, Jehoshaphat didn't even have to fight that battle. He did what God told him to do. He put singers. He actually put singers in the front of the battle lines, which is crazy if you think about it, because they finna die. Like, if you didn't trust God, like, okay, the singers are gonna die. Like, they don't have any weapons, right? But he put singers there. And if you continue to read on verse 21, the singers were saying, "Give thanks to the Lord, for his love endures forever." That's what they were singing as they were going towards the battlefield. And by the time they got to the battlefield, the people killed themselves off. So their enemies ended up killing themselves off. God put confusion on them, and they went against each other. So all Jehoshaphat and the people who were crying out to God, who was praising God before they even seen the situation change, all they saw was dead bodies and plunder. What plunder is like basically the gold and the everything you win when you win a war. There's a reward at the end of this, right? So in this season for March, there's going to be things that come against you. There's going to be battles, but you have to stand in your position. I don't know what your position is. I don't know why God has had me do this, but that's fine. I'm letting him lead. Look, your position could be praise. Your position could be repeating the word of God over and over again. Your position can be writing God's word and journaling and speaking out the decrees that you're writing. Whatever your position is, you want to repeat it. That's what they were doing. It says he put singers in the front, and they began to sing. They began to praise. To the human eye, that might seem crazy or dumb. How you go into war and you over here praising? You ain't even win the battle yet. But you have to. That's what faith is. Faith is something that we can't see the thing, but we know and we trust it. So you got to start having your position, whatever that looks like for y'all. Take the time to get, like, maybe get instruction from God on the position, whatever it is, and stay strong in the next month for this. Stay strong in the rest of this year. Believe it, no matter what it looks like. Believe it. If you're asking God for it, if you're believing it, if you know He's put the word in you, whatever He's put in you, you gotta stand 10 toes. You gotta stand 10 toes. That's what they did. They stayed in position and they just worshiped. And you will see the deliverance. That's what I'm receiving from me, and that's what I'm speaking over y'all. Okay. So that's the end. We made it. We made it. It's day 29. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you, S, for being here. Naya, Carmen, Marquita. Marquita said this challenge inspired me to get back to sharing my knowledge and my love for journaling again. Thank you for letting me share. Oh, God. Marquita, you ain't got to thank me, girl. Your journaling has always been A1 day one. I'm glad you're going to continue to share, and I'm glad you guys have joined me. I have a little cake. We're going to sing a little happy. Y'all see the cake? We're going to light the candles. We're going to sing happy birthday. And we're going to end this. We're ending this month in praise, okay? Celebration. So I just need to light this up. And then we could do what version should we do of happy birthday? The black version or the new one?
I want to say
happy birthday. But what is that called? What was that one called?
Girl, it's on Instagram. I don't know.
Okay, let me see if I can find it. See, this next month we're gonna get help because I can't do all this. I can't do all this myself. Okay. Marquita said happy birthday. Thank you, girl. All right. If anybody has their phone, can you screen record this too? Oh yeah, I should be able to save it after. Y'all, this month has been a blessing. Thank you again. Carmen, I know you're tired, girl. Thank you for holding me down. Thank you for staying for as long as you did. Is there anything anybody wants to say before we do the happy birthday and close out the stream? Nothing? Okay. All right, that's fine. We did a lot of talking. Naya and her cat. Hold on, y'all. I'm just trying to. All right, let's just sing it because clearly the microphone ain't working.
I wanna say happy.
I'm gonna light the candles. Mom, come and get it. Come and get it, Mom.
I wanna say
say
happy birthday to you.
I'm lighting the candles. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm struggling right now. Hold on. What? Oh Lord. Oh Lord. All right, let me light the candle, y'all. I'm just gonna light one because I don't got time for this. This is crazy. Why is the other one not lighting up? Ma, you are on the stream. They can hear you. Oh, it's right there. My mother's saying hi, y'all. You gonna stay to sing happy birthday? To who? To me. Oh Lord. Oh really? Yeah. Tell them to say it for me. All right, y'all. I did one candle. It's good. All right, let's sing it. I want to say happy birthday to you. I don't know the song. I want to say happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to you. Ghetto. I want to say happy birthday to you. All right, we're going to learn this song. Let me try to light this one up. Yes, y'all. Thank you. All right. It's okay. It's all right. All right. I'm going to make a wish and then we're out. Day 29. Woo! Thank you guys for joining the challenge. This has been an amazing experience. This will not be the last time you see me, but this is the last day for this stream. Okay? Have a good night. Thank you for joining.